My wife called from the hospital sobbing. The doctor refuses to operate on our son. He says he's too critical. I asked, who's in charge? She told me the name. I said quietly, hold the line. 5 minutes. Everything changed after that. The call came at 3:17 p.m. on a Tuesday. My wife Sarah sobbing. It's Jake. There was an accident. A car ran a red light. The doctor won't operate. He says Jake's too critical, that we should prepare ourselves. My stomach dropped. Who's in charge? Dr. Matthews. Michael Matthews. That name hit me like a fist. Hold the line. 5 minutes. I'd met Michael Matthews 12 years ago. Sarah and I had just started dating. She was in medical school. I was a financial analyst. Matthews cornered me outside her apartment one night. You know she's going to be a surgeon, right? Top of her class. She could work anywhere. So, what exactly do you do? I'm an analyst at Kellerman Financial. He laughed. Never heard of it. Sarah's brilliant. She doesn't need some nobody dragging her down. 2 months later, Matthews asked Sarah to dinner. She said no. He asked again. She said no again. Third time, he brought expensive flowers. Sarah told him to stop. I'm with Tom. I'm happy with Tom. He's a nobody. You deserve better. He treats me like a person, not a trophy. Matthews stopped asking. But I remember the look on his face. Pure hatred directed at me. 12 years later, that same man was standing over my dying son, refusing to save him. I didn't call an ambulance. I called Dr. Patricia Chen. Patricia was the director of Street Catherines. I'd left financial analysis years ago and moved into hospital fundraising. Street Catherines was my biggest client. 3 years ago, I helped them secure a $12 million grant to build a new pediatric wing. They named it after my family, the Henderson Pediatric Center. Patricia answered on the second ring. Tom, everything okay? No. My son is dying at your hospital and Dr. Matthews is refusing to operate. Silence. Then what? Jake was in a car accident. Internal bleeding. Matthews says the case is too risky. But Patricia, my voice cracked. I know why. He tried to date Sarah in medical school. She chose me 12 years ago. He's still holding a grudge. Stay on the line. I heard papers rustling. Rapid footsteps. Her voice barking orders. Pull the Henderson case file now. 30 seconds later. I'm looking at Jake's chart right now. Matthews marked him as non-viable candidate for surgery. But Tom, these vitals don't support that assessment at all. His BP is stable. Bleeding is contained. The laceration is operable. So why would Matthews? This is personal. Yes, he's letting a child die because of a 12-year-old grudge. I'm going down there right now. Patricia, if my son dies because of this, I'm going to the state medical board, the press, and every lawyer I can find. He won't get the chance. I'm ending his career myself. I heard everything. Doors slamming. Patricia's voice loud and furious. Dr. Matthews explained to me why you marked a 6-year-old with stable vitals as non-viable. It's a judgment call. The risk of death if you don't operate is 100%. So why aren't you in surgery? I made a medical decision. Did you? Or did you decide that Tom Henderson's son doesn't deserve to live because his mother rejected you 12 years ago? Silence. I have Tom on the phone right now. He just told me everything. That's absurd. Is it? Because I just reviewed your file, Dr. Matthews. 3 complaints in the last 2 years. 3 patients with questionable medical outcomes. All 3 had personal connections to people you have documented conflicts with. You're suspended. Effective immediately. Security will escort you out. Dr. Park will handle the surgery. The surgery took 4 hours. Dr. Park came out at 8:43 p.m. Jake's stable. The repair went smoothly. He'll make a full recovery. Was the surgery difficult? Dr. Park looked at us. Really looked at us. It was straightforward. The kind of surgery we do every week. There was absolutely no reason to mark him as non-viable. 2 weeks later, Patricia sent me a file. Matthews had been investigated. 3 previous cases. All patients with connections to people Matthews had conflicts with. A teenager whose father sued Matthews' brother. The teen survived barely after Matthews delayed surgery for 6 hours. A woman whose husband outbid Matthews on a house. She died. Matthews said she had underlying conditions. And a man whose wife rejected Matthews at a hospital fundraiser. He's paralyzed. Matthews made errors during surgery. Then Patricia told me something that made my blood run cold. Tom, there's something else. The 3rd victim. The man who's now paralyzed. What about him? His name is David Henderson. I froze. What? Your brother David. The skiing accident 5 years ago. You told me he had complications during surgery that left him paralyzed. Matthews operated on David? He was the trauma surgeon on call that night. I pulled the records. David's wife Emily had rejected Matthews' advances at a hospital fundraiser 6 months before the accident. My God. Matthews has been targeting your family for years. First your brother, now your son. Both because women in your family rejected him. The medical board revoked Matthews' license permanently. They found he'd systematically harmed patients connected to people who'd wronged him over a 10-year period. 6 months later, the hospital opened the Henderson Trauma Center, named after my family. A bronze plaque in the lobby reads, 5 minutes can change everything. Make them count. Matthews tried to destroy 2 generations of my family because of rejection. Instead, he lost everything. And my son is alive.